And now the final step. We're going to combine these two parts. We're going to go from grams all the way to particles. Okay, if we have 35 grams of Freon, and we have to know the formula of Freon, so I'll give it to you. How many particles of Freon are in that many grams? So first, we have to go from 35 grams to moles. Then we have to go from moles to particles. All right, that's our strategy. Okay, so if we want to go from grams to moles, we need to know the gram molar mass. So we have carbon and chlorine and fluorine. So carbon, there's one atom of carbon, and I'm going to go back to my periodic table, 12.01 for carbon. So 1 times 12.01 equals 12.01. I like that. Chlorine, there are two of them, times, what is it for chlorine? 35.45. 35.45 equals 2 times 35.45, 70.9, 70.9. Okay, and fluorine, there are also two of those times. What's the mass for fluorine? 19.00. All right, 2 times 19.00 equals 2 times 19.00 is 38. Okay, 38.0. Now we add all these up together. 12.01 plus 70.9 plus 38.0 equals 38 plus 70.9 plus 12.01 equals 120.91. 120.91. All right, these are the number of grams equal to 1 mole. So if we have 35 grams, and we divide by, insert equation, we divide by 35 grams divided by 120.91 grams per 1 mole equals 35, 35 divided by 120.91. 120.91 equals 0.289 and some. 0.289, and these are moles. Okay, so now we've converted from grams to moles. 35 grams is this many moles. So if it's this many moles, how many particles? We know that 1 mole contains 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles, so let's multiply it out. We're going to take 0.289 moles times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles per mole. Right, so now I can take this 0.289 and then multiply it by Avogadro's number. So 0.289 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and we get 1.74 times 10 to the 23rd. Ooh, that is a lot of particles of Freon. Oh dear. 1.74 times 10 to the 23rd particles of Freon. I'm going to write this out so that I know that you know what that scientific notation looks like. 1.74 times 10 to the 23rd particles of Freon. I'm going to put that 23rd to an exponent, superscript. All right, and that's my answer. All right, let's try another example, and then we'll be done. So close to being done. Okay, example 6. Calcium permanganate can be used as a disinfectant and deodorizer in water purification. If we have 480 grams of this chemical, how many particles do we have? And I gave you the formula. I'll always give you the formula, unless it's something that you know, like water. Okay, so remember, our strategy is again to go from grams to moles, and then from moles to particles. So let's go to grams first too. We have calcium, there's one of them, manganese, Oh, we got parentheses here. There's 1 manganese and a 2 outside. 1 times 2 gives me 2 manganese. I also have oxygen. It multiplies. Remember, 4 times 2, we have 8 oxygens. Now we're going to multiply by what we find on the periodic table. Calcium is 40.08. 40.08. Manganese is 54.94. 54.94. And oxygen is 16.00. 16.00. Okay, I'm going to plug these into my calculator. All right, I plugged these into my calculator. Now the next step is to add them together. 40.08 plus 109.88 plus 128 equals, go back to your calculator and do it, 277.96. These are the grams that are equal to 1 mole of calcium permanganate. Okay, so we want to go from grams to moles. We have 277.96 grams in 1 mole, but we're starting out in this problem with 480 grams of this chemical. So that means we're going to take 480 grams, and we're going to divide by the grams to the mole, just like we did in part 1. So we're going to divide by 277.96 grams per mole. And we get 480 divided by 277.96 is 1.7. I'm going to round it to 1.73. 1.73 moles. All right, so we've gone from grams to moles. Now we're going from moles to particles. And that 1.73 moles, right? Every 1 mole has 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. So times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles per 1 mole. So that means now I need to take 1.73 moles times Avogadro's number. 1.73 moles times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And we get 1.04 times 10 to the 24th equals 1.04 times 10 to the 24th particles. Yay! Now we're done. Hooray! This is our final answer. Whew, we did it. Okay, there are a couple more examples of these problems on these videos. If my video wasn't enough, that's okay. There are some other videos that you can watch. There is homework below. You have 2 problems like part 1. You have 2 problems like part 2 and 2 problems like part 3. Good luck and email me if you have questions. Thanks, everybody.